Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Elders Boxing. So we're back with another one. We're gonna do a little recap on this boxing weekend, then talk about some news and notes. You know what I'm saying? So feel free to drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? Come on through the building. You know what I'm saying? Everything is appreciated. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on my social media, scroll across the bottom, Twitter, Instagram. Tap into the website, ldusboxing.com. Appreciate it. Andrew Gray, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Hotep Shalom in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Bro Mike in the building. What's good? Salute to you guys coming through. For sure. Alright, we'll do a recap, man. So we had Pro Box TV last Wednesday, May the 8th. Another solid card. We had Adrian Tillman. He had made his pro debut. He got the knockout victory at cruiserweight. I think, well, it was a little bit above the heavyweight, the cruiserweight limit, but he got a good victory. Lolo Harris. So we've been hearing about Lolo on these YouTube streets for a long time. We ain't really seen much of him. I know he had a lot of fights in Mexico, but he had a good performance against Kyle Irwin, who came to fight. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like an easy fight. It was a good test for him because the guy was showing some resistance, but he outboxed him, displayed a good jab. You know what I'm saying? He hurt him a couple of times, couldn't stop him, but it was a good performance from a young up and coming guy. He only 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I like him though. I want to see him more active. He's with Team Crawford, so I know of course he gets some good work out there. So that was a good victory for him. Jonathan Cardozo versus Adam Lopez. This was a close fight. Very competitive. Typical fight for Pro Box TV. It was back and forth. Cardozo was probably the bigger puncher. Lopez was boxing real well, being real slick. It was times in the fight where he kind of stayed too long, in the pocket and fought, that rough inside fight. But I thought he actually won the fight though. 6-4 or a draw for Adam Lopez. That's probably a good fit for me, but they gave it to Cardozo. But see, the only thing is the two scorecards was okay. I think it was like 96-94, but then it was 99-91. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it make it feel like a robbery when you see that scorecard. But Cardozo is solid. He's a Pro Box TV guy, so a lot of his fights been over there. So I mean, he was gonna get the benefit of the doubt in a close fight. So, it kind of sucks for Lopez because Lopez got 6 losses now. If you look, most fans look at that and be like, "Damn, bro, he a journeyman." But I think he a little bit. I don't think he's quite a journeyman yet. But maybe he can come back and get a solid win. Main event. Back to Jukhabayev versus Ivan Rakic. I mean, this is one-sided action. Jukhabayev is trained with he's with Team Crawford as well. Southpaw. I mean, he just beat up Rakic and stopped him in the 5th round. So, hey, he's good. His only losses to Matisse. He got stopped by Matisse at 140 pounds in a division that's it's some work at 140. You know what I'm saying? With a good fight here and there, he can be right up there. Get another title shot or opportunity at the title. But the fight with Matisse was a final eliminator. So he can get back in the mix. I like Jukhabayev. So yeah, that was Pro Box TV. They'll be back June the 5th with another good card. Here is the Salida Promotions card that was on the zone. Jermaine Franklin versus Devin Vargas. I mean, easy money for Franklin. He got a 6th round stoppage victory. I was expecting a better opponent because I think Franklin is like a mid-tier contender in the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? Probably a little bit outside of the top 10, top 15. So, Devin Vargas is an opponent for these young up-and-coming guys. I think Franklin is established, but he get his reputation off of 2 losses. So maybe he do need that fight. But it was a good victory for him. Hopefully he can stay active, get another one in. Pagan versus Healy. This is a competitive fight. Real tough. Pagan got a cut over his eye. He would continue to fight. He got the victory, 78-74 across the board, but that was a tough fight for him. Ali Amadov, he got a victory, so he's coming back. He fights at 168. So that's another contender for that division to probably fight guys like Berlanga. If Berlanga don't get Canelo, that can be a possible fight. Uh, Pacheco, who may need some opponents. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure what Caleb Plant gonna do. So maybe he can fit in that era too. So we'll see. But it was a solid card. I like what Salita doing though. He started this big time boxing USA a couple of months ago. I think this is like the third or fourth show. So yeah, keep them coming. You know what I'm saying? All right, Friday. So we had a Bridgerweight title fight, WBC. We know that's 224. That's the weight limit. And it's kind of like an obsolete division because Usyk he undisputed champion and he weighed 223 to beat Tyson Fury. So you know what I'm saying. But I get it. This division was created for guys that probably ain't gonna win a world title or have an opportunity. But Cody, the way he looked, he may have an opportunity. He looked like a strong heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He ran through Rosansky, stopped him. He stopped him in the first round, scored 3 knockdowns, finished him off with a nice right uppercut along the ropes. I mean, it was easy money. He ran through him. Now, I'm glad he had that performance because the fight before that, that was the worst he looked. He was doing a lot of holding and grabbing, and I don't know what was going on with him against Chris Bell-Smith when he lost his cruiserweight title. So him moving up to heavyweight, he looked solid though. You know what I'm saying? They say he was around like 236 in the ring, so he rehydrated to about 12 pounds. That's a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? And he got big power. He's a big right hand puncher. If he can keep his distance, he may, he'll probably have he's 6'5", with a good reach advantage, a good right hand. I mean, guys like this he'd beat guys like this all day long. You know what I'm saying? This guy was like what, 6'1", 6 foot. So yeah, but he'll be solid in the heavyweight division. Like I just mentioned, Jermaine Franklin. That's a good matchup. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence Okolie versus Dylan White. Lawrence Okolie versus Martin Bakole. It's worked for him in the heavyweight division, but like he's going to continue with this Bridgerweight, title. So they got him on mandatory already. Kevin Lorraine. Now he have up and down fights. He just coming off a loss against Justice Huni. So, but he was the Bridgerweight mandatory until he decided to take that opportunity against Huni. So they ordered this fight. So this is a solid fight for Cody. You know what I'm saying? Lorraine is a front runner. He get off to a good start, but then he kind of fades. You know what I'm saying? Because he had the bar off the fight until he allowed him to get back in the fight and stop him. He was doing well against Huni. He actually hurt Huni late in that fight, but didn't have enough stamina to get him up out of there. So, Okolie versus Lorraine, yeah, do that. They can make that before the summer because Okolie, he ain't get no work, really. Rosella Jones, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. JD in the building. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. So, yeah, that was a good performance, though. All right, for the ladies, Dina Thorsley, she retained her title. You know what I'm saying? She defeated Serena Satan. She beat her easy money, about 10-0, 9-1. So she retains her unified titles, WBC and WBO, at 118 pounds. The WBA champion is the new champion, Shanika Johnson. That would be a good fight. She just took the title from Nina Hughes on the Loma Cambosis undercard. Then you have the IBF champion, Yoshida. So she got a path for undisputed. We'll see if she can get there. But she's solid though. Even if she can go up to 122, yeah, she good. She one of the better female fighters we have, champions. She just don't get a lot of publicity like that when I talk about it. We're stopping the bar fight. Yeah, but he gave it up though. It was, that stoppage was crazy. You're right. D1, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Yeah, I didn't agree with the stoppage, but hey, he let him get back in the fight. That's what happens. All right, going to yesterday, Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall. So Jersey, he got a good victory. The up and coming prospect, Gary Cully, he beat Francisco Patera over 10 rounds. So he outboxed him in that fight. Patty Donovan, Patty Donovan looked good against well, he fought Lewis Riston. He looked okay. You know what I'm saying? I like when he turned it up. He turned it up after like the 8th round, or the 7th round. The fight was pretty much fought evenly because he was letting Riston get inside and all that shit. And he was trying to box from the outside. But once he decided to push Riston back, he stopped him. So that's what's up. Chev Clark, same thing really. Him and Ella Zorro. So Zorro was doing okay. He was boxing well. He was landing jabs and straight right hands, and he was tying up Chev Clark. But I thought he was tying him up too much. You know what I'm saying? And the fight was pretty much even until the referee. This my eyes. When the referee gave Zorro a hard warning. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was the beginning of the end because it made him fight. And when he sat down trying to fight with Clark, Clark stopped him in like the next 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So Clark is a good cruiserweight, up-and-coming cruiserweight. I still think he's domestic level. He was struggling in that fight. When he fights somebody higher tier, they're going to give him some problems. But he can try to, it's still some guys in the cruiserweight division on the UK side that he can fight. So we'll see. Josh Taylor and Jack Calleron. So this is a rematch long overdue. You know what I'm saying? Two southpaws. I thought Calleron won the first fight. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor been through it after that, injuries, and he lost to Teofimo last year. It looked like kind of like the shell of himself. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a lot of injuries. Calleron got up to a solid start. I thought he was controlling the fight. I think like the first 6 rounds, I gave him like 5 rounds. I thought he was in control. His jab was on point. He couldn't mess with the left. Well, actually, when he landed, he was timing the left hand every time Josh Taylor would try to come in. He was timing him. His jab was on point. He was keeping him at bay. Josh Taylor showed, some dog in this fight as well. He started to get back into the fight, like mid, like 7th, 8th, 9th. He started to get back in the fight because Calleron started to slow down. He started to slow down, but he picked up a couple of rounds late in the fight to get the decision. I actually think that 11th round was a turning point because I had it 5-5 after 10. I thought Josh Taylor got back in the fight, but the turning point to the fight for me. Well, no, I think I had Calleron up 6-4, something like that. I had Calleron up, but Josh Taylor was coming on strong. That 11th round when the referee broke them guys, and then Calleron timed him like maybe 3 seconds later, timed him with a left hand, and it kind of like it hurt Taylor, and that changed the fight. So that was like the stamp that gave Calleron the fight because that was the 11th round. He needed one of the two to win the fight, and Josh Taylor. I thought Josh Taylor got the 12th round. So yeah, I thought Calleron won the fight too. It was a better fight than the first one. Not a lot of holding and grabbing and shit. So yeah, this fight was long overdue, man. We're gonna talk about what's next for Calleron for both guys, but we'll see. It was a solid fight though. He still should. Yeah, he was boxing cautious. Yeah, from what I saw, he was boxing cautious. Yeah, 5-1. Yeah, he was dominating to me. It looking like some easy money. But what's next for Jack Calleron? So he in a tricky position. You know what I'm saying? He said he want a world title shot. Now, if you look at the landscape at 140 pounds, he might not be able to get that this year unless they can pull some strings. Start with the WBA. You have Pitbull Cruz versus Rayo. So that's looking like a PBC belt. You know what I'm saying? So that would be Pitbull Cruz's second fight this year. PBC guys don't normally fight 3 times a year. I hope not. You know what I'm saying? But even if he do fight again, let's say he beat Rayo, then you got Barroso right there. There's the interim champion where they're supposed to order that sometime. So we probably can cancel out the WBA. The WBO, you got Teofimo Lopez. Now that's the route that I would like. I think he can do some things with Teofimo. I think he can beat Teofimo. But you have to think about this too. Teofimo's if they gonna make this fight, they gotta make it. Teofimo gotta want this fight. Do he want this style? You know what I'm saying? Do he want this style? Because he complained about this style against Ortiz. Same thing against Sandor Martin. So, and plus August the 10th, the WBO final eliminator, we're gonna have Arnold Barbosa, who is number 1, versus number 2, Jose Ramirez. That's August the 10th. So the winner of that is going to be the mandatory for Teofimo, and his super champion mandatory about to end like January next year after 18 months. So Jack Caron, he might not get that position unless he can somehow. He's not a big time fighter. He's not a big time like money guy, so he can't offer Teofimo the bag. And, Teofimo is picking and choosing the styles he want to fight as a champion. You know what I'm saying? We just point to the Steve Claggett fight that's coming up. So I'm not sure if we're going to get that fight. And then you have the WBC route, which is Devin Haney. He's in negotiations with Sandor Martin. Those guys going to fight probably in the fall. So take that one out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can get that. Maybe he can get that opportunity after Devin Haney and Sandor Martin get the winner. But then again, you got Gary Antoine Russell versus Alberto Playo for the WBC interim title. So maybe those guys is next in line. So it's crazy. And then the IBF, so that's the one that he might have to go get. He ain't say Matisse's name yesterday either. But that's the one he might have to go get, depending who wins. Matisse versus Paro. He may have him winning and winning the world title, probably put him in line over Richardson Hitchens. And even though Hitchens is the mandatory, Hitchens been talking about him want to fight Matisse for the longest time. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really so. When you hear him talk about Matisse, it's something different. If Paro was to win, I bet you Hitchens would jump on that shit quick. So that got to be the route. That's matchroom right there. Maybe Colorado jump the line and get an opportunity at Matisse or Paro, whoever wins that fight, June 15th. But I would say run that shit back with Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? If the title picture is looking crazy for your next fight and you can't get nothing, just run it back with Josh Taylor as a trilogy. It seems like it did good yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like it was sold out or it was a lot of people in there. Might as well run that whole back and then finish him off this year, and then the top of next year. Jack Calderon really got a claim to be the number 1 guy at 140, because I thought he beat Taylor those years ago. So, yeah, man, we'll see what they have for him. We'll definitely see. Matisse is the hardest champ. Jack got to earn the title. I think, yeah. I think he earned it though. I think he earned it already. That performance he had 2 years ago against Taylor, I thought that was earned already. But I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. If you fight Matisse, then that is the hard way for sure. Yes, sir. And then the last one for last night, Christian and Billy versus Mark Herfron. That was easy money, easy work. 30-second, 40-second knockout, body shot. Christian and Billy moves on. He got Sergey Derevchenko August the 17th. So I know when he signed with Top Rank, a lot of people didn't understand that. Me, I understood it perfectly because it keeps him active. This is his second fight this year. August will be his third fight, right? And then he's fighting. The guys he's fighting is the same type of level of competition as everybody else fought. If you take away Canelo and Benavidez from Caleb Plant, look at his resume. Darrell, the best guy, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, who else? Look at Pacheco. Those guys ain't fighting top competition. But Billy is fighting the same similar type of competition, but he's staying active. Sergey Derevchenko is definitely a respectable name in the division. So I take activity instead of waiting to see when you're gonna fight. If he was signed with PBC, when he gonna fight? Like, no disrespect, PBC dope. When they put on events, best in the business. But if he signed over there, then who he gonna fight and when? You know what I'm saying? 2 of the top guys at 68 going to 75. Benavidez and Morrell. Caleb Plant said he taking a tune-up, but Caleb Plant will fight anybody. If that fight was presented to him, he'll take it. But I'm with it for him not going over there. Matchroom, They got Berlanga. They got Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? How are they moving their career? You know what I'm saying? Berlanga got the golden ticket. He waiting for Canelo to make a decision. So let's say if Canelo don't choose Berlanga, what Berlanga gonna do? Berlanga fighting the same competition basically as their Billy. And Billy got Carlos Gongora on his resume. And Billy stopped Nicholson. Berlanga couldn't stop Nicholson. So it's like when people say he made a bad decision or he ducking, that's because they don't understand the business of boxing like they think they do. They look at the names. Oh, go to the PBC and sit for a while. Like, think about it though. PBC and Amazon supposed to do 12 to 14 dates. How many they got so far? Tim Tszyu, Fundora, Canelo, Munguia, Tank versus Frank. What's up? So they're gonna do 11 more events from July, basically July to the end of the year. I would love it, bro. Bring that shit on, bro. I hope so. But is it realistic? Hell no. You go to Top Rate, you stay active because you got to promote. He got his Eye of the Tiger promotion in Canada that's gonna get him fights. So if he gotta face guys, the guys that he's facing are the same other guys. And he been asking for he been trying to get the Munguia fight. You know what I'm saying? From what I know, they've been trying to get the Munguia and Berlanga fight. So we'll see. He's number one. I like Billy. And Billy is a dark horse in this division. He get an opportunity. I think he'll perform well. Can he beat Canelo? I don't know. I think he'll give him a good ass fight though. I think Canelo probably win that fight. So yeah, that's what it is. Mamadov was on this card too. He had a second round knockout, so he's back on the board, coming off a stoppage loss over Jake Cabiel. He's in the heavyweight division. He fits in too on that little second or third tier of heavyweights. So maybe he can get some more bump over there in Saudi, or they can do something for him. He also with Top Rank, so we'll see. He a solid test for him, Billy. Yeah, Gongora was a tough fight too. Gongora and Sergey Derevchenko based on the same level. You don't got other guys ain't fighting that same level. Winston Lee, what's good with you, bro? Salute. No chance of doing 11 more. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. So I get it. If you're gonna go to PBC and they're gonna guarantee you this fight and guarantee you dates, go do it. But who went to the PBC and got guaranteed dates? The only one really getting a lot of dates and a lot of work is a couple of guys. They inside because they willing to take short notice and they're willing they loyal and they dependable. Pitbull Cruz, Fundora, Elijah Garcia, they stay on your TV. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tszyu, since signing with PBC, he had a bunch of fights basically because he got another promoter that's keeping him out there. So yeah, man, it's cool. Like, I don't know, I'm ducking and running away from smoke. If he go over there to Matchroom, he facing Pacheco and those guys. He's a little bit above Pacheco. He probably should be fighting for a world title. Honestly, if everything was equal, he should be next in the world title picture. So yeah, I wouldn't mind the Pacheco Berlanga fight, but can he get those fights? Can he get Munguia? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, so that's what it is, man. For the fight week, we coming up on a big fight week with this 5 versus 5. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I'm gonna break down the schedule, but we can talk about some of this news that's been out here in the streets. Yo, Ryan Garcia's B sample. So everybody expect that shit to come out positive. So if you count at home, that's 4 positive tests. The 2 A's on the 19th and the 20th, then the 2 B's, 19th and 20th. So yeah, I mean, now it's just up to the New York State Athletic Commission what they're going to do. I know Ryan trying to fight it. He said he's doing hair and nail tests and all that shit. It's a lot of discrepancies. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of funny shit too because the experts 3-4 years ago they would say, well, hair and nails, if you test your hair, that's the best way to prove that you're not guilty. But now because they Victor Conte, he said that shit like a couple years ago. on the interview with TBV, right? That testing your hair is the best way to prove that you're not guilty. Now, since he's rocking with Devin Haney, he's like, oh no, he's, you know what I'm saying? They going against it. Yo, I mean, I think he's guilty. I ain't here defending no Ryan Garcia. I'm here to point out the bullshit that for 1 second, Conte is this drug cheat, he's this and that. Now he's an expert, like he in a Matlock case, expert witness. Nah. Now Ryan, for what I think he should get 6 months for every drug test. That's 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You keep it track at home, 24 months. And that shit should start, you know what I'm saying, after he finishes trying to prove his point, if it's right or wrong, then it should start right after that. So they say he's you wrong, this ain't gonna fly. That's when the suspension should start. Not after the fight. Because he's been trying to prove himself, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. So, yeah, it's just all PEDs not created equal. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what side of the narrative you're on, you know what I'm saying? Who the most popular people. Like Erica Cruz just tested positive, world champion. You know what I'm saying? She fought Mel Serrano, she fought all types of girls. She fought a girl last year that felt like she was robbed in the fight. She Rivas, and she just fought recently and tested positive. You know, she got her sample April 29th. She fought May the 11th. That's like 2 weeks to get your shit back, and she just got it back this week. You know what I'm saying? So like, it ain't no uproar. I get it, but me, I'm the type of person. I just like the energy to be the same all across the board. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Ryan should be dealt with. Everybody that tested positive, bro. I can't look at you the same. Whether you clear your name or not, I just can't. That's just how it is. Because you just got caught. That don't mean you haven't been doing it forever in a day. So, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how Ryan, if he can get through this. Hopefully, man, just take your L and move on, because you're not even supposed to be taking Ostarine for one, and then 4 positive tests, bro. Like, come on. But he gonna try to fight it, and you know all this politics with it. You know, he bringing money to the sport. It is what it is. It's crazy though. But some people is really defending Ryan. Pacheco McGill would be an interesting fight. Now for sure. Let's see how they want to do Pacheco, because he's coming off a couple of performances that's like so-so. So let's see if they're gonna try to step him up, or I don't know. But yeah, she fell. Yeah, she fell for steroids. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing their research on that shit. You know what I'm saying? With Ryan, they got the shit broken down to the milliliter, to the 10th degree. Do the same shit for Erica Cruz. Do it for everybody else. Baumgartner, Dylan White, everybody that tests positive. Break it all. Let's be a scientist. Put your lab coat on with everybody. That was just one person. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now it's like now we gotta push narratives and who we gotta rock with. Just because it's against your guy, shit. Hey, go crazy on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody testing positive, it seems like. But, you know, some people get the microscope, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I just think Ryan, you know, he should get dealt with, bro. I think 2 years is solid. 6 months, you know what I'm saying? This dude been saying before the fight, he said, wouldn't it be crazy if boxing had a league where you can take steroids? He been going crazy all over social. But believe that, I believe him. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring that up and then now you test positive and like you didn't do this shit intentionally. But it is what it is. We'll see what they come up with next. This boxing, they probably fuck something up. So next one though, Fundora versus Earl Spence. That one, when we knew that shit was coming. Trim the same, bro, as always, but they don't do that. Alicia Baumgartner, though, salute to her. She cool people, though. But everybody was just her. They gave her the benefit of everybody's doubt. Everybody had, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I said facts. But it's all good. She proved herself, right? Okay, she proved herself innocent, right? Look at Hannah Gabriel. She tested positive for Carissa Shields, the rematch. she said that she had some medicine that she was putting on her dog that got inside of her, and that's how she tested positive. You know what I'm saying? Most people buy that. That ain't like a lame excuse. My dog ate my homework type shit. She got cleared. You know what I'm saying? So if these ladies and these fighters are getting cleared, look, Dylan White got cleared. He said he did his shit and said he had he took a bad substance. I'm just saying though, it ain't past the logic that Ryan can get over too. I'm just saying, and it should be no. And look, the same backlash you would give that you gave Alicia for getting off, or the same reaction you had when she got off, or Hannah Gabriel, she got off, Dylan White got off. Bro, it should be the same shit. But I know Ryan, he be on some other shit though for sure. Chill out. So Fundora versus Spence. So this one ain't no big surprise. You know what I'm saying? We seen Spence get in the ring post fight against Fundora. He'll never do no shit like that. Right after that, he came in number 3 in the new WBC rankings. You know what I'm saying? I keep tabs on that. And now he's number 1. So that was like April. Now we in May. So he's number 1 in the new WBC ranking. So we already knew what time it was. Ain't nobody, tripping or surprised. Some people don't like it. Coming off a knockout loss, got beat up by Crawford, having fought at 154 since he was a prospect on the rise. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? But this is a PBC thing. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look out for him. You know what I'm saying? I get it too. So as far as the fight, I think the fight gonna be good. The matchup, Spence versus Fundora. It's gonna be a tough fight for Spence. I would favor Fundora right now. I ain't giving him the benefit of the doubt until he proved, because when we gave Spence the benefit of the doubt, he went there and got beat up by Crawford. Because everybody told me the accident didn't do nothing to him. It didn't affect him. They were saying the eye surgery didn't affect him off the Pacquiao fight. Bud too small, all that shit. So we gave him the benefit of the doubt, and he went out there and got, he lost, right? He lost bad. So now I can't give him the benefit of the doubt against Fundora. Now I can give Fundora the benefit of the doubt. He came off a knockout loss to Mendoza unexpectedly, left hook. You know what I'm saying? Threw a left hook out the door. He was walking out the door. He gave it to him out the door. Stopped him. One punch. He came back and fought Zoo. A lot of people were saying Zoo was going to stop him because Zoo been on a nice run. You know what I'm saying? As of late. I know the blood and all that shit played a part. The elbow, the hip, the cut. All that shit did play a part. But what also played a part where Fundora kept his range, kept his jab on point. He fought when he wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? He boxed when he wanted to box. He controlled that fight. You know what I'm saying? Although Tim Tszyu had to go through some adversity. Fundora did too. He had a broken nose. So he had a broken nose early in that fight too and fought through it. So it's like different injuries, different type of effects. But both guys had to come through some shit. So he got my benefit of the doubt. Like as of right now, he's the favorite. I think they got Earl Spence the favorite, which I get it because he's former unified champion. But he never fought it this way. This is gonna be a different type of fight. And plus, who's gonna be his coach? Those are big things. So like when I hear other people do breakdowns and talk about shit, that's a big thing, right? The coach, and they got a new coach, and how he gonna react, and I'm just saying. But I think it'll be a fun fight. Their styles match up real well. Salute. My man Juice in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So it's a fight Earl Spence can win for sure. But I think it's definitely tough because Fundora staying consistent with his jab, and then he can fight on the inside too. And we haven't seen Spence do well with southpaws. That Larte guy was a southpaw that hurt him, and Crawford fought southpaw the whole fight. So yeah, there's a lot of questions he got to answer, man. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be actually a good fight though, for sure. So You know what? So on that undercard, I can see, and I've been putting this out on my social media, my Twitter, and doing some behind the scenes shit. So Batamata Zaliev is the IBF champion. Spoke to him. He said he want that fight with Lubin. Lubin is number 3 in the IBF. Number 1, number 2 is vacant. So the IBF will probably order that fight. That fight makes hella sense for the Fundora versus Spence undercard in October. I think that makes perfect sense. And Lubin been waiting, because he had opportunities. He been turning down fights and shit. So I get it. He turned down fights to get a world title shot. So I get it. I understand it. Ain't nobody tripping off that. So I can see that. So that's a path for Fundora. He'll probably get stripped of his WBO because they already put the order out. And he's supposed to fight the one between Spence and Madrimov by December 31st. They requested it. So it is what it is. So that's a path for the winner, Fundora and Spencer. Maybe get the winner between Lubin and Batamata Zaliev. So there you go. That's what I see happening. You know what I'm saying? It makes perfect sense. All right, so with Fundora and Spence happening, then what that means for Spence and Madrimov. I mean Crawford and Madrimov. So those guys is going to fight for the WBA and the WBO interim as of right now. It would probably get upgraded to the WBO championship, but they probably just wait to see what's going to happen. I would say it would still be interim unless Fundora just come out and just drop the belt. But he asked for the exemption, and if he got the exemption and then he fights Spence, then they should just strip him because he went against the exemption that they asked for, and that's how the play is. That WBO, they love some Crawford, so that was his belt anyway. No matter what was going to happen. So they gave Fundora the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, you injured. Which I don't think they should take nobody's title if they injured. Give them just some more time and reorder that shit. So we're going to see. They can either do it one of two ways. Just vacate the WBO and put the WBO vacant title on the line for Madrimov and Crawford, which is basically already is. Or they'll just wait till after everything transpired. Madrimov, whoever wins that fight, Crawford, Madrimov. I like Crawford in the fight. So if Crawford win, he's in the driver's seat. If Madrimov win, then it may be a different, situation. But I think the WBO is gonna be vacant by that time. So it is what it is. That's a tough fight for Crawford, in my opinion. That's a tough fight. Madrimov, I like his footwork. He got good power. His angles is good. I seen him struggle with a style not similar to Crawford, but a southpaw, a slick kind of southpaw boxer. The kid, Iwekwe, I think that's his name. He from Texas. Raphael. I seen that fight. I was like, shit. He was kind of. He was struggling a little bit. So Crawford can bring some of that slickness to the table. So yeah, we'll see. So I know people think that it's gonna be. They trying to do Spence and Crawford rematch. I don't know. I'm not so sure. Cheese was good with you, bro. Salute. Because to me, that don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. I don't think both of those guys got all these fights left in them. My prediction is if Crawford wins against Madrimov, they're gonna try to make that Canelo fight for January. It's super middleweight. That's what I think. I think and that's gonna be a wrap for Crawford after that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see the rematch because they're gonna put wear and tear on each other to get back to each other. And more so Spence, he gotta fight Fundora. Fundora put wear and tear on everybody he fight. Why Spence being different, where we don't know if he fits his head movement. We don't know who his trainer is. We don't know that shit. Yeah, that's a good point. And he had Bivol on point too. So yeah, they gonna be prepared. Madrimov gonna bring a tough fight to Crawford for sure. So it's like we'll see. We'll see. It's interesting though. 154 is hot. with these big names coming up. We got Virgil versus Tim Zoo. That's for the WBA interim title. So they in position to fight the winner. Seen boxing. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So that's the one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most. Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Tim Zoo. That's gonna be crazy. You have Bohachuk is the WBC interim champion. Let's see what he do. I like the Charles Conwell fight. He said he come back in July. So if he come back in July, I don't know. Maybe he go back to his promoter, 360 Promotions, and have a fight. You know what I'm saying? And defend his title and stay active. If he gonna still continue to ride with the PBC, I don't know. Or maybe he fight Charles Conwell on the Golden Boy show in July. You know what I'm saying? I heard they about to have some shows kicked off pretty soon. I know they got July 6th, and they're supposed to have one at the end of July. So maybe that's one of the shows. That I would like that fight. That'd be a good fight. If he gonna ride with the PBC, I see them doing Jesus Ramos. Jesus Ramos is number 3. Spencer's number 1. Conwell number 2. Ramos is number 3. But Ramos had a bad cut in his last fight. So will it be healed by July? He ain't come back in July. PBC, from my knowledge, don't got no work in July. So if he wait to September, wait for whatever, I don't know. But yeah, Bohachuk is a good fighter too. He's strong and solid. Yeah, for sure. They want that fight. They want that fight over there. Well, it's gonna be either LA or it's gonna be in the United States. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then Charlo. So Charlo has petitioned to the WBA to become, because he's champion in recess in the WBC and WBA. He only requested his belt back in the WBA, not the WBC. So y'all see the play. The narrative about but Crawford being, they're trying to shut him out from Undisputed at 54. I think that is legit type of situation. Because we ain't heard shit about Charlo. I thought Charlo was going to 60. And he had legal issues. And all of a sudden, as soon as they announce, look at the timing. As soon as they announce Crawford versus Majumov, here he comes. Oh, I want to activate my champion recess clause. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Why not activate the WBC one and go get the belt back from Fundora, or fight the IBF mandatory? They stripped you. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, yo, I want to get my belt back. Let me fight him now. He didn't do that. So why go after the WBA? He didn't want to fight Majumov before. Yeah, it's good shit though. That's what you do. That's the politics of boxing though. You put your fighter who you have interest in, put them in the best position to win. And actually, I wouldn't mind seeing the Majumov Crawford winner versus Charlo. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I still think Charlo is number 1 at 54, no matter what happens in these next couple of fights. Because as undisputed champion, he ain't lose, and he was on top of his game. His last fight at 154. When he fought Castano, that's the best he looked. He went up and gave the bag. He went up there and basically quit against Canelo. Let's call it what it is. He ain't trying to win that fight. He was at Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even trying to win that shit. But the fight with Castano, yeah. And a lot of people, I would favor him over everybody at 54, for real. Even Crawford. The way he looked that night. So I feel like he's still number 1 until he loses at 54. So if he fight Crawford next, that's cool. But is it really what it is? I don't know. We're gonna see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this 5 vs 5 though. It should be good. Bashman versus Queensberry. I like stuff like this, little rivalries and stuff. You know, the business of boxing dictate that these fights don't never happen like this. So it's cool. Yeah, I think so too. You know what I'm saying? I think he's the top dog. Whenever he want to be active, you know. So he gonna be out the ring for another year. You know what I'm saying? Have to make the weight. You know, who he training with? Is he still gonna be with Derrick James? You know what I'm saying? Or he going to stick with the Guzman, who I think really been training him for real. So yeah, that's what it is, man. So we closing out May. May been a great month though of boxing. May been a real good month. We seen Anyway, we seen Usyk, we seen like what 3 undisputed fights in May. Canelo Munguia, which wasn't a bad fight. We seen that card. We seen Anyway versus Neri. You know, Anyway got a little scare, got knocked down and shit, but he got back up and finished it off. And McQueen, was good with you, bro? Nah, I'm from VA, but yeah, we rock with Nas like that. Crazy. What's good with you, bro? We had a lot of good stuff in May. We gotta keep it coming though. The Catterall and Taylor fight, I liked it though. It was better than before. It was better than the first one. You know, but we'll see. So yeah, man, boxing's still crazy. We entering June next week, so that 5 vs 5. We've been looking forward to it because this is a Wilder support channel. We fuck with Wilder. We ain't there to stream now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going crazy over him, but still we rocking with the Deontay Wilder. So we gotta see what's up, man. We need this win for sure. Oh yes, sir. I feel. Yeah, I see where you're going at. Yeah, that's a lot of my influences though, for sure. So yeah, let's see what's up, man. Coming to the website too, y'all. Y'all get an opportunity, feel free. I'm about to do a little screen share of it real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Let's touch on some things that I may have missed. Some of the news and notes and shit. Some announcements. So we got Jaleel Hackett. He just signed with Matchroom. So that's what's up, man. That's good. I know he was with the Mayweather team and PBC, but yo, how many people seen Jaleel Hackett fight though? Like, I seen him fight one full fight. I'm talking about where I ain't have to get no crazy link. I ain't have to look at nobody's IG posts. I think it was his last fight, the one he had in Houston. I seen him when he fought on was it Red Owl Boxing. That's the only time I seen him. He good though. I seen like little clips of him. You know what I'm saying? So that shit's crazy. Yo, he's a hot prospect that a lot of people talking about. And like we rarely see this dude. Julio Cesar Martinez, he vacated his WBC, so he's gonna move up to super flyweight, and yeah, so he entering a hot division because we got Bam and Estrada fighting for the WBC coming up in June. Then the week after that, June 29th, so the week after, July 7th, we got Ioka versus Fernando Martinez. That's a unification, WBA and IBF. So he fits right in with that. You know what I'm saying? He fits right in for sure. Elvis Rodriguez. So Elvis Rodriguez is linked back up with Top Rank. So he gonna fight on Teofimo's undercard. So, you know, the reason to do this because Teofimo need opponents. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? He need opponents because since Jose Ramirez and Barbosa left, he really don't got too much. He already fought Ortiz. Now he's facing Claggett, who is from Canada. So maybe they prepping him for Teofimo. Teofimo can get a big fight at the end of the year. So I like it though, because he really, you know, Elvis Rodriguez was trying to fight Ortiz, and they kind of lowballed him with the offer. And I get it because Eddie has a responsibility with his fighter, so he might as well give Leon Paro the fight, who he works with, who he owes something. Like that's got to be his, you know, priority instead of giving the outsider guy Elvis Rodriguez. But he was trying to get that fight with Matisse, which probably would have made more sense for Puerto Rico. Matchroom, they're doing that prize fighter tournament in the middleweight division, so that's gonna start July 15th. Yeah, I like tournaments in boxing. This one right here gonna be fun right here. Joyce versus Chisora. So, yo, a couple years ago, I had Joyce winning this fight by a big margin. I don't know now. You know, Joyce is so slow. Chisora, when you think he's out the game, he can always, you know what I'm saying, put on a good performance and do well in fights. So yeah. So let's just take a look at shit like that. But the heavyweight division is starting to heat up. Well, it's already heating up because it's already heated up because of the Saudi influence. And that's what's up though, man. I don't be mad at that shit, bro. I ain't one of these guys that care which platform is on, whose money they spending. Because like nobody was talking about this shit in the 90s. Like who invested in this card? Who put this money up for us to watch these banging ass fights? Nobody care about that shit. But now, you know what I'm saying, it's always, you know, people got their preferences and whatever. But to me, I don't care, bro. PBC, Matchroom, The Zone, whatever that shit on. ESPN, Top Rank, Luda Bella. I don't care. If it's boxing I can watch, I don't have to jump through no hoops to watch it. I'm gonna watch it. So it's like, it's just crazy. Because boxing is boxing to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, because everybody do the same thing. So where you can see some injustices on, let's say, on Golden Boy, right? You can see the same thing on PBC. It's just the ones who complain about what's going on or what's wrong with Golden Boy, they're not gonna talk about what's wrong with PBC. You know what I'm saying? For me, I just want to see fights, bro. If we can get Tank Davis 2-3 times a year, I'm happy. I'm grateful. Oh, Benavidez, bro. Benavidez can fight in June and then turn back around and fight in September. Look at Dave Morrell. He fought in January. No, he fought in December. He's coming back in August, bro. Man, one of the most exciting fighters we have in boxing. We only see this dude rarely. Michael James, what's good with you, bro? Salute. Oh, for real, I appreciate that, bro. You finally got it, yeah. I don't be knowing they don't be passing them shits out though. That's crazy. But like guys like Morrell, like bro, boxing fans want to see him like 2 or 3 times a year. Like, if he gonna fight that competition he be fighting, bro, he can run that shit again. Like look what Aunt Billy did. Look what Aunt Billy is doing. And Billy fought in September, I believe. And then he came back in January, and he just fought last night in May. Now he's coming back in August. And so he'll probably, more likely, if he beat Derevchenko in August, he'll probably fight like November or December to close out the year. 4 fights. Bro, you can't beat that shit. You know what I'm saying? You might as well fight. If they're gonna give you the competition you fight, you might as well just stay active, bro. PGH Big Dog, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. G5 Jeff TV, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Yeah, Bob Aaron was tripping yesterday. Same thing. Yo, it's been robberies on his platform. You know what I'm saying? That he called his fighter that he just running too much. Jermaine Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? He said Jermaine Ortiz was running. You can't win no fight like that. Sando Martin was running against Teofimo. You can't win no fight like that. You know what I'm saying? But Josh Taylor, I thought he lost the fight. I thought he lost the first fight. So yeah, it is what it is. That's how they do. You gotta support and rock with your people. I can't be mad at that. But then Bob will tear his people down though. He'll tear his fighters down. And then the next week, like it's nothing happened. Yeah. Now that was funny though. It was funny though. I ain't really take down what he said to heart, but it was just funny how he got on the mic and went. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that is something to speak. Like, Americans don't want to go over there and fight, you know what I'm saying? Defend their titles over there. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You gotta damn near kill the dude to get a damn decision. But yeah, but I thought Josh Taylor, but see, his argument was crazy because I thought Josh Taylor lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? Even though he did come back, he came back. But I don't know. So we'll see. But but they have a solid schedule coming up. You know what I'm saying, for Top Rank. They got June the 8th with Xander Zayas versus Patrick Teixeira. That's at 154. You know what I'm saying? I spoke on that division earlier. That's a hot division. And what else they got? Oh, they got Rafael Espinoza defending his WBO title. That's June 21st. And they got Teofimo on the 29th. So, yeah. Yeah, to me, too. I think so, too. Yeah, I spoke on what Calderon can do next earlier. He might have to run that shit back with Taylor. Because like the championship landscape at 140 don't look like it has nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll fight Regis. I don't know. Regis on his way out. I think he should do shorts, upcoming fights. I think about to happen if you was right, fam. Yeah, maybe. I be forgetting about that shit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I be forgetting. But yeah, maybe I'll look into that. That's a good idea, bro. I appreciate that. Real talk, I be giving that shit to other people. Like, people ask me behind the scenes or I tap in, I just, bro, this dude gonna fight that dude. Call it a day. But yeah, you right, I should. I think on that. Yeah, bro. I'm just looking forward to all these fights coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because I think this been a good year of boxing so far. You know, we got a lot of drama this year, though. A lot of drama. You know, I was tapped in with that Regis Prograis shit, right? When he accusing Devin Haney of foul play. But I agree with him, but not on that though. The way he got done dirty don't got nothing to do with the weight. And I got a whole different take than everybody else, right? Because the boxing be different. He got done dirty politically. And let me break it down. Devin Haney knew he wanted to fight Regis Prograis before the Lomachenko fight. You know, Team Haney, those guys ain't dumb. They got their moves mapped out. No matter what happens in the negotiations and all this and talking, they was never gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. You know, they did what they did, but they had Regis picked out. Regis signed with Eddie Hearn for Devin Haney. He didn't sign Regis Prograis to build him up and say, bro, you the best 140 pounder. We're going to take you to the sky and above. Hell nah. They signed him. They said, listen, we're going to sign you for like a little 3-fight deal. We're going to give you some promotional rights. You know what I'm saying? You can bring on some of your fighters and this, that, and the third. Give you a fight in New Orleans. And then you're going to be food for Devin. They can't just come on and say that, because then who going to buy the fight? Or who gonna really whatever? Then they like to hold shit to the last minute, then tell you. But me being in the position I am, I figured that shit out a long time ago. Just listen to what Devin was saying at the press conference. I picked you. I picked you. So he got played in that sense where politically he signed with Matchroom. They don't got nothing for him after the loss to Devin Haney. What they gonna do for him? What can they do for him? Think about it. He got to go to the UK to fight Calderon. Can't do no business in the US because he's not a big name, not a big draw, right? He had to go to Oakland to fight Devin, San Francisco to fight Devin, Bay Area to go over there. They treat him like the B side. They treat his ass like the B side. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna use you to get my business relationship going back with Devin. I'm talking about Eddie and Matchroom. So we need you. You the pawn. We're gonna bring you over here to the Bay Area. You're gonna get beat up on, and then you just a stepping stone for Devin. So we're trying to get Devin to the bigger fights. And then you seen that where Devin was supposed to fight Sandor Martin next. It was all laid out. He got 2 southpaws in a row. Lomachenko, Regis. Then going right into the Sandor Martin fight. What they do? They reached out and got the Ryan Garcia fight so they can become the Ultra A side other than Gervonta Tank Davis. Right? That's how Regis got done dirty. Because what's next for him? Nobody even talk about what's next for him. Somebody told me he was gonna fight Angel Ferreira, the lightweight moving up to 140. But Ferreira about to face Alfredo Santiago on Batiste undercard. I seen some plays happening with Regis. He entered the new WBA rankings at number 4. That's a nice ranking. I'm telling the team, go after Barrasso. Get you know what I'm saying? Hey, they count all these world titles. Go get that one. I think that was the first title he won, the WBA, when he beat Relic. You know what I'm saying? So they may have favor on you. And he also came into the new WBO rankings at number 8. So maybe he can be a future opponent for Teofimo. I mean, he got the style. He gonna sit right in front of you and not move his head. So I'm just saying, what's left for him? Will he have a fight on Matchroom? Will they build him up and get him a fight on Matchroom? To we owe you one last fight. What they gonna give you? If they give him any fight, it's gonna be a stepping stone for the next guy. Calleron, Richardson Hitchens, Matisse, you know what I'm saying? Which that's a title fight, but I don't know. What they gonna do for him? Oh, Dalton Smith? They talking about giving him Dalton Smith. So that's what I'm saying. So when they say they did Regis dirty, when I first saw that, I was like, yeah, they finally caught on. But he was talking about the weight. I was like, nah, bro. Nah, they got you there. They got you before the weight shit. I can't even trip off the weight in California because it's not even a rule yet. You know what I'm saying? That's something they're looking into. This is what they're saying. If you're above, 15, 18% more than you was when you weighed in, that's an issue. They trying to, legislate and push it together. But it's not a rule yet. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say Devin did him dirty on that end. But what they did, politically, they got his ass. They did the same way Devin did to Regis. That's how Ryan did to Devin. That's all it is. A-side shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they picked him. Now, the only thing is, Ryan didn't pick Devin. Maybe he did to cheat him. But at the end of the day, that shit Regis talking about is all for naught because you was already set up. You know what I'm saying? Eddie set you up, bro. Eddie signed you with no plan. Regis don't got really no profile other than hardcore boxing fans. He never sold out. He fought in New Orleans like 3 or 4 times. You can combine all those attendance and it still ain't no damn sellout. All them times he fought there at the Cajun Dome and World Boxing Super Series, and he had a fight with Top Rank in New Orleans or in Louisiana, hometown, and those shits was dry as hell. So yeah, they tricked you. He said you're gonna get a promotional situation. Come on over here. You're gonna have fighters on the card. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. And now he left out to dry. And Devin took his belt, and now he looking crazy, looking for excuses. So that's my breakdown of it. Ain't nobody else gonna talk about it like that. So if you hear it in these streets, they heard a snippet or they clipped it or something. Because everybody is worried about the weight. Nah, I ain't worried about no weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about the play before it happened. They had him picked already. They had him picked. They had that boy picked. He didn't even know it. So we'll see. And then the way you know they had him picked because what's next for him? Well, he fought in December. There ain't been nothing really about Regis other than him hopping to these new rankings. And the people who talking about that don't even know he in these new rankings. That's some elder boxing type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, what they got for Regis? Now I know this. He about to get a new trainer though. So everybody still here. I appreciate it. Y'all getting these gems. He down in Vegas right now working with Kate Corona, doing some private sessions and shit. So he might link up with Kate Corona. So he getting a new trainer. So we'll see. That's some shit ain't nobody talked about either, but I got y'all. So yeah, man. that's my time right there, man. I want to salute everybody coming through. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna drop a notification for my live tomorrow. I'm not sure of the time yet, but I'm definitely gonna drop it after I get off. I'm gonna update my schedule on my website so you guys can tap in. You know, it's a tricky kind of fight week because we don't have no fights at night. You know what I'm saying? Unless they change the time to the 5 versus 5, but that's gonna be early in the morning or afternoon. So we're gonna really have a lot of boxing, big time boxing Saturday night. But it's all good though. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Peace to you. I appreciate you coming through. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. If you listen to the playback, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. It's all good, man. Much love. You can follow me on my social media, Twitter, Instagram. Tap into the website for sure. Yes, sir. So salute to everybody once again. That's my time, and I'm on.